All right, we are joined on the podium by head coach Diane Richardson. We've got Rayne Tucker and Tiarra East. For those of you who haven't seen the box score yet, Rayne scored 8 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of them offensive rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals. Tiarra, 22 points, 9 rebounds and 3 steals. Coach, before we go to questions, would you give us some thoughts about tonight's game?
Yeah, I thought it was a very hard-fought game. We rose to the occasion, but I've got to say something about Lisa Stockton's team in Tulane. They played really, really hard, especially after coming into their 3rd game in a row. So my hat's off to them, but Temple prevailed, and our defense did it. We went into 3 overtimes, but we never gave up, and we kept pushing and kept pushing. So I'm pleased that we got the win, and we're going to move on.
All right, Coach, thank you. If we have anyone with a question here, please raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you. Okay, right there in the 2nd row.
Hi, Tiarra. It's for Tiarra, Sean Pastor from Miles Daily. Just wondering if you could talk, which were tougher, the free throws at the end of the 2nd overtime where it was, win or lose, or the ones at the end of the 3rd overtime?
Say it again?
Yeah, which of those were tougher? How were you, what was that approach? You were shooting free throws at the end of each overtime.
I don't think none of them was tough. We practice free throws every day in practice. It's just natural. So if you see it going in practice, you see it going in the game.
Anyone else? We have a front row. Oh, well, we'll get you.
I wanted, for you, Rayne, it seemed like you guys kind of started a little slow rebounding there in that first half, and then you guys kind of settled in the second half, and especially in overtime. What was kind of the turnaround there for you guys rebounding down low?
I would say that I know I didn't really rebound in the first half, so that was kind of something I was focusing on because I know that's what I bring to the team. So I was just kind of focused on rebounding, and I feel like once one person picks it up, we all kind of pick it up and help each other, whether it be tipping it out to somebody or just getting it. So.
Maria McWing, Philadelphia Inquirer. Tiarra, this season seems like it's been pretty special for you guys. You've been here the longest. You predate the ladies on either side of you. What is different about this year, and what would you say your role in all of it has been?
The difference between this year and the years before is that we're all together. We stay together no matter what. Wins, losses, ups and downs. We stay together no matter what. And what I've brought is my leadership. Coach said I'm a captain and told me I was going to be a leader this year, and I stood on that, and I've just been helping keep the team together and trying to get wins and just staying together and stay locked in.
Kind of as a follow-up for everybody, would you say tonight's game exemplified everything that she just said?
I would say yes. I mean, we have battled all year, and the reason why we're here today is because they all play together, and they play for each other, and that's what's been different for us this year is we play for each other. The culture is great. They play for themselves, and they play for Temple University.
Front row.
Coach, you talked about at practice, energy, and getting it from the people around you. I'm sure you didn't imagine that was going to happen over 3 overtimes. What did it mean to see how hard they fought for so long after such a long break?
Yeah, to see them rise up and we go into overtime. We had a couple shots at the end that didn't go in, but they didn't get discouraged. And they came back with the energy and the next overtime, and the next overtime, and the next overtime. So the energy and the togetherness got us where we are today.
Over here on your right.
Hey, Diane, Tiarra, Rayne. Throughout the game, the men's team was right there next to you guys in the stands, cheering you on next to the band. Just take me through what that meant to you guys as well. The Temple community that's cheering you on.
Absolutely, and our teams are so close. We go to their games. It was great to look up and see that they took an early flight to get here to be able to cheer for us, and we heard them. We definitely heard them. They were standing on their feet, and this Temple community is awesome. It's awesome.
Right here in the front.
Hey, Coach. I just wanted to ask about, Tristan's performance today. I know she made that crazy buzzer beater to end the first, but it seemed like the game shifted for you guys from an energy perspective when she got that steal and the end one. Then you played her very big minutes tonight. Can you just talk about how you saw Tristan tonight?
Yeah, Tristan, again, I keep calling her the fearless freshman. She plays great on-ball defense. She works really hard, and we need her to be able to do that day in and day out. And she got the assignment today because she pushes on defense.
When you're with Aaliyah, obviously you were going kind of back and forth with her and T-Mac towards the end of the game. We're just waiting for one of them to hit a shot to keep them in the game for that period.
Yeah, we were looking for some openings for them to be able to get their shots off. Obviously, they shoot the ball very well. Couldn't get shots off, but everybody else stepped up, and we got rebounds and we got stops.
Go ahead.
I just want to talk to you. You was able to kind of find your rhythm, especially in that overtime period with 12 points. What was really going out there for you? Was you getting more comfortable as the game was going on? Can you just walk me through that?
I was just taking it step by step, not trying to force anything, just finding when I'm able to be open. And, people on the sideline were just telling my coaches, the staff were just telling me, you got it. Like, keep your head up. You got it. You a dog. So I just kept listening to them, taking it in, and just that helped my confidence throughout the game.
I'm really glad they mentioned Tristan. With so many veterans on this team, how important is it to also have that freshman there learning and having a key role to be the next generation of leadership?
Yeah, she's done a great job all year, and our leaders and our seniors have really brought her along and gave her confidence, and she's fitting in really, really well. She's like a sponge. She sucks everything up, and we're happy to have her, and she makes a difference when she's on the floor.
Did she have a bit of family here?
Yeah, she had family. Did you hear that yelling? Yes. So, she's from Texas, and she's from a storied program, and she had lots of fans in the stands, and she's, she comes from a program where she has to step up, and she's fitting in well, again, with them just bringing her along and giving her confidence.
Kind of back to the game for a second. That's a team that, obviously, they're pretty darn good. They played y'all real tough today, but that's a team y'all beat by an average of 17.5 points in the regular season. What was different about tonight on their end?
Well, it's March Madness, and everybody brings their A game to March Madness, and to see them with a lower seed and win 2 games back to back, that says something about them. And so they came in here with the intention on, winning 3 in a row. And it was a tough battle, but, we are here to win 3 in a row too, so.
In the second row right there.
Yeah. So, Diane, what do you think made it so hard to kind of figure out that zone and get things against it?
Yeah, they've played that zone against us, the 2 previous times. I think maybe our shots weren't falling early on, and so we just stepped back a little bit. But as the game went on, we knew we had to step up, and they made shots.
And just, I can't remember which overtime it was, but I was curious about the one play where you got the timeout where Aaliyah was just making that move. I don't know if you've been calling it earlier, but it looked like you were a little conversation after that call.
I was calling it earlier. I mean, they had a tough time hearing me, and maybe if I scream and yell a little bit more, maybe they'll hear me, but it was a tough time. They were on the other side, and I was yelling, but they didn't hear me, and, it happened a couple times. So I'm going to have to let Miles yell for me.
Chuck, we got a call on Zoom.
We did. Ramir, if you had a question, I saw your hand up earlier. If you have a question, feel free to unmute and go ahead, please.
My question had been asked.
Asked and answered, all right.
You have another question? All right.
Rayne, you played 46 minutes. T, you played 49, and now you got to turn around and play tomorrow. Is that kind of rest and recovery going to be difficult, or what's it going to take to be your freshest self tomorrow?
Just getting in with our trainer and doing whatever we need to do, get our bodies back right, and getting the rest. We don't play till 8 o'clock tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna take that time to rest up and get ready for tomorrow.
Right here on the right.
Coach, I know she didn't have her jump shot tonight, but I feel like every other element of Demi's game tonight was she was on point. She was all around the ball. I feel like her willingness to rebound was really impressive. Can you just talk about, I know her jump shot and the free throw wasn't there, but I felt like everything else was there for her tonight.
Yeah, she battled hard. Her defense was on point. You know, she battled really hard in there. And you're right, her shot wasn't necessarily on today, but she did a lot of things other than scoring. And she defended well. She scrapped really well. And, you know, we look forward to her doing that again tomorrow.
Right here in the front.
Just circling back to that sense of togetherness that has been evident through the game and you guys' comments here. What has caused that? Is it just playing together for so many years? Is it Coach Rich's sayings? Is it some inside jokes? Can you guys talk about that a little bit?
I would say that our team wasn't as together last year, so I think us older people really put an emphasis on that starting over the summer. So we have a nice bond on and off the court, and I think that off the court bond helps us on the courts and like know where each other is at and stuff like that. So I think that was really important for us.
Right here in front.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Aaliyah. I know, I think it was the second overtime. She kind of tweaked her knee a little bit there, and then from there she played limited minutes. I know she came back in, but did you talk to her after the game and see how she was feeling at all?
I haven't had a chance because I came out to see y'all. But, you know, she did tweak it a little bit, and I thought it would be best to rest her a little to see how she responded to that.
Rayne, as a senior, does it creep in the back of your mind at all that this could be your last game? And does that motivate you at all, like on the court going into it?
It definitely does. I actually, in one of our breakdowns before the game, I was just kind of like tell everybody like this could be your last game. Like for me, it could have been my last game, like in a Temple uniform. It could have been my last game altogether. So with that in mind, I just kind of like try to get everybody to kind of like have that mindset. Like you never know what's going to happen in life. So like just play hard. This is all we have right now. It's tournament time.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, players.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. All right, this way, y'all.